Hey, we're here at Crawford Notch State Park in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, and we are going to be doing a new to us trail, the Frankenstein Cliff Trail, which goes up the cliffs behind us, then goes along the ridge and then down to Arethusa Falls, something like that. I'll put the pronunciation and all the details of the hike in the description as always, but let's go. All right, so from the trailhead sign at the end of the parking lot, right off 302, you're going to take a left and go up into the woods. It's not quite clear. Off to the right, there is a paved path that goes to an outhouse, but then it goes actually to one of the campgrounds. So take the left and start heading up the hill. The trail is pretty easy to follow, and it is marked with what look like spray painted yellow and blue blazes. You'll come to a trail junction. To the left is blue and yellow, and to the right is yellow. And there was a sign that I found down in the ground. So to the left is the falls, to the right is the cliff. And we are gonna go to the right, so we go up the cliff, across the ridge, and down to the falls, and then come back here. So let's go. Continuing to walk past the Frankenstein cliffs, which are up there, and kind of side hilling around the ridge. Trail definitely gets steeper and is making a series of switchbacks up and around all these cliffs. So be prepared for some tough climbing. It's a little slippery in places, especially with the leaves and some loose gravel, so take it easy. Definitely a spot where I would rather be coming up the trail than down. We have one more steep section to get up through, which we are switchbacking through, but gotta get up and over that line of cliffs right there. So here we go. All right, so after what felt like a whole lot more than 1.2 miles of up and switchbacks, which I'm thinking maybe, because it looks like the signs are a lot older than the switchbacks, so I'm betting the trail at one time came up a lot faster. But with the switchbacks, I think it's probably more like 1.5 miles up to here. This is the top of Frankenstein Cliff. That's looking down into Crawford Notch and out to the south, so beautiful view. I'm gonna have a snack, take a drink, enjoy the view for a little bit, and then I'm gonna continue up along Frankenstein Cliff, and then eventually drop down into the valley to see the falls, and then come back down the valley over there back to the trailhead where I parked. So I'll take you along. Still a little bit of snow up here in May. Nothing serious though, but I do have the spikes just in case. So we've come 2.1 miles. We have another 1.12. I would assume it's Arethusa Falls. So 1.1 miles down to there. And then I think it's about another mile or so back out to the trailhead. And we are also coming up to the trail junction with the Arethusa Ripley Trail that goes over to Ripley Falls. Make that bear number 5 that I've seen in the woods now. I was just walking along. I'm almost down to the Arethusa Falls trail junction, but I heard a little bit of commotion and I looked over to my right and there was a bear at the base of a tree and looked up, saw me and took off. So no chance for me to get the video out to get it, but another cool little moment along this trail. I'm really enjoying it. I would say the trail's probably not very well used once you get past Frankenstein Cliff. There's definitely been plenty of blowdown places. It's not always easy to see where it goes. Blazing is pretty hit or miss, but I've been following it. I'm I think just about 3 miles along the way, and I've got probably another 0.2 down to the trail junction, and a little bit up to the falls, and then I'll shoot back down to the trailhead. Walk over to Arethusa Falls, 0.2, so 0.4 round trip, and then we'll go back out to 302, 1.2 miles. You can definitely tell the trail is in better shape and better maintained now, that because this is the popular trail from the trailhead up to the falls. The route that we took over Frankenstein Cliffs, I'm guessing is not used all too often, but I would say that it made a really wonderful loop. Something to note about the Arethusa Falls side trail is that it's 0.2 down. So you get to those beautiful falls, enjoy the falls, but then you've got 0.2 back up to here. But then it looks like we have 1.2 of basically down from here. Another trail junction, and in this case we are not going to go towards Bemis Brook. We are going to continue heading down. Look at that, we are back to where we started the Frankenstein Cliff Trail loop. So there goes the trail that we took earlier today on up over Frankenstein Cliff. If you're looking to go just to Arethusa Falls, I would suggest you park at the Arethusa Falls Trailhead that we just walked through. Walk the I guess it's 1.3 up to the falls and back. It's definitely a worthy trip and a, I would say moderate hike. But if you want to make it a little more exciting, looks like this loop will be about 5 miles in length. So coming up the Frankenstein Cliff Trail to Frankenstein Cliff, and kind of up and over the ridge there, down to Arethusa Falls, the little side trail out to Arethusa Falls, and then the 1.2 back to that trailhead up there that we walked through, and now like another 0.2, I guess, down to the trailhead where the Frankenstein Cliffs Trail starts. So almost there.
Continue exploring the waterfalls of the White Mountains with a hike to Giant Falls near Gorham, New Hampshire.